Hi, I'm Nayab, your local engineer, sharing my journey and talking about everything engineering and corporate related. So welcome to my channel. Everyone says software engineering is all about technical skills and that's all they ever teach you at uni. But after 2 years in corporate, I've learned something that differentiates great developers from good developers, the senior developers from the junior developers, and it's not just their coding ability, it's actually something else. It's their soft skills that take them far, that help them progress and that make them who they are. In this video, I'll be talking about why soft skills are more important than technical skills once you're in your first job. Your technical skills come in really handy when you're doing the technical interviews and going through your day-to-day as well. But to begin to form a career around the skills that you have, you need a lot of soft skills. And reason number one why you need soft skills more than technical skills, I'd argue, because communication makes you 10 times more effective. As an engineer, you'll be working with more business people than you will with engineers, given that your company has a full-blown tech team. If you're working in a smaller tech team, it might just be that you're working with just engineers, or if you're in a really larger one, you might just be working with engineers, or if you're in a smaller one, you might be covering all the aspects of it as yourself. You might be the business developer, the product owner, and doing everything yourself. And communication is 10 times more effective when you can break down or decompose your technical problem into something a business person can understand. What do they know about why you're creating a dependency injection? They don't care either. They want to know what you're making and how it's helping their business and how it's going to make them more revenue. And that's the whole point of having you as an engineer. Once you can communicate the value you're providing in your code, your coding is 10 times more valuable, even if you write one line of code. When I was an engineer, when I was first starting out, I thought my worth was tied to the amount of lines I have attributed to my name in the code base, but that's definitely not the case. Even the smallest changes can have the biggest impact on the business. I know of a case where my manager changed one line in the code and it saved the business about £5,000 per month. It's those kind of things that are providing value, and he could communicate why he had to make that change. He wasn't the one who put it in the code base in the first place, so that saved him a lot of effort. But just removing it and explaining to the business owners and the product developers what had happened there gave him so much value and praise from all of them that it made him a crucial part of the team. A good engineer in this situation makes the solution, but a great engineer makes the solution easy for everyone to understand. Yeah, I could have done 100 lines of code, but no one gets value from that, only I do, and rarely the next person reading that code gets value as well, rarely ever. But if I can explain to everyone what those 100 lines of code did in 2-3 sentences, that code is so much more valuable to the business now. Which moves me on to number 2. It also lets other people understand you, which builds emotional intelligence in the team. People are able to understand where you're coming from and what you're doing, and similarly you can also understand where other people are coming from. Engineering is not solo work, it's teamwork at every step of the way. Anyone who says that engineers after they graduate can just go into a little booth and just sit and code their day away, it's not the truth. They've been lying to you. It's an image which is sold on the internet, but it's far from the truth. Engineers are actually really social people. They like to talk about their problems. They even have little rubber ducks on their desks which they talk to in their free time. When you have soft skills like emotional intelligence, you're able to read the room when you're in a meeting, and not only are you able to explain your point of view when necessary, you're also able to understand and take in other people's point of view and put it into your work. Not always will your work be taken at face value. You've spent 20 hours on this, therefore it is valuable to the business. But more importantly, you have to be able to communicate the value and also understand the value other people are providing. As a junior, what I've learned is rarely ever do I know what the correct solution is. I need to listen to other people and take in what they're saying, and only then do I ever reach a final conclusion on how I should go about my code. I've not been in a place where there's been conflict on the team. I work with a very, very accommodating team and very helpful team. If there are disagreements within your team, having that emotional intelligence, which is a soft skill, will help you navigate those situations, especially when you're the one part of that conflict or leading the team. Which brings me on to number 3. Collaboration is the core of engineering and it drives real impact in the business, and the ability to have teamwork, which is also a soft skill, and collaborate, which is also a soft skill. You'll probably be doing soft skill modules in uni that they make you do as compulsory, but never really paid attention to them. I personally didn't start reflecting on those things until I started working, and I was like, I have to learn how to collaborate with people. I have to learn how to ask people for help without seeming like a potential burden to them, because people already have their workloads. Why would you want them to constantly help you? You want to be able to talk to them properly and communicate and collaborate on projects. If you're just thinking, I'm going to solo this project and have this project in my name only, that's rarely going to make an impact. You don't know what the person next to you knows. They could have so much knowledge of the business and give you insight which might just transform your code completely. A scenario where this has happened, I was told to put a button into a system, just one singular button, and I was just tunnel visioned and focusing on that only. And suddenly I just went into the office one day and I was just telling someone I'm doing this, and they told me the button already exists. It was just hidden. Saved me 2 weeks worth of work. So what I'm telling you is people know something you don't, and when you're a junior, you want those soft skills. You want to be able to collaborate with other people, and most of the time when I'm working on a ticket, I try to talk to at least one person about it. There's always, we have stand-ups, everyone knows what ticket you're working on, but there'll be one person who knows that little bit more that you want to learn about. So number 3 is that collaboration makes real impact in the business, and having knowledge from other people will help you make impactful decisions which move the business forward and make you technically competent. Number 4 reason why soft skills are more important than technical skills is that soft skills is that for leadership. Leadership starts with soft skills, not technical skills. If you don't have the ability to want people to work with you, who cares about how much you can code? Realistically, I genuinely, for all my seniors, I want to work with every single one of them. That's how fantastic they are. And it's not just because they're really good at coding. It's because they are kind. They're willing to let me grow. They're willing to help me and progress me and move with me as well. They don't leave me out because I'm a junior from conversations. Even when I'm not meant to be in a meeting, my seniors at many times have called me in and just been like, nah, just come sit in this meeting. Just leave your work for half an hour and come join this meeting. That meeting has nothing to do with me. But they have those soft skills, collaboration, and inclusivity, involving everyone in the team, which are all soft skills. They don't have to do that. That project will very well move forward without my input, but they get you in on it, and it's a soft skill to be able to involve people and to be emotionally intelligent, to know that your junior probably wants to be in that meeting, they're just too scared to ask. Those are big soft skills, and it makes you a good leader. I'm learning from them, so when a new junior joins, I'm doing the same thing. I'm pulling them into all of my meetings. I'm pulling them into all the conversations I'm having, and I like the term rubber ducking. I'm just getting them to rubber duck in every meeting. It's just like that soft skill, and you're just being bombarded with knowledge which you don't know if you'll use it. But one meeting which I was pulled into 3 months into my job was a ticket I worked on a year later, and I was able to bring that knowledge in. Who would have thought that meeting would have led to anything? In the moment, I just thought it's a waste of 30 minutes, but at least I had fun and a nice conversation with everyone that was there. And so what is preparing you for leadership roles in the future, if you're able to collaborate, if you're emotionally intelligent and just kind overall. Learning from my managers myself, I think great leaders are actually people who are kind, consistent, and people you can depend on. I don't think it's much about technical ability at all, because I really like problem solving. I like to do my own tickets and solve as many of them independently as I can. But what I really enjoy is just talking to my manager about what run he's going on or what he's doing on the weekend. And it's those things that you enjoy and that make those managers really reliable. I know I can go to my manager when I need help, or I can go to my senior engineers, because they're all credible and they've built that consistency over time of getting me involved and bringing the team all together. They've built good documentations and they're reliable, and these are not always technical things. Writing documentation is not technical, it's more of a soft skill and a general skill that you have, but all of it comes together. And because of this, I think their soft skills have future-proofed their career, which is point number 5 here. Having these soft skills actually makes you someone people want to work with. Like, why would I want to, as a business owner, fire someone who's so good and everyone wants to work with them? They're providing value, not only technical, because everyone gets their tickets done somehow. It happens, that's part of the job. They will get done regardless of whether you think like, I'm in a black hole with this, it's never going to finish. They are going to get done, even if it takes you 2 sprints over 1 sprint, it will be done. But to future-proof your career, you want people to work with you. You want to be someone who's pleasant to deal with and someone who's coachable and teachable as a junior, and someone who can teach and who can coach as a leader. And so future-proofing your career isn't just about technical skills, because given where AI is moving and code is automatically written for you and we can vibe code many of the systems and just go with the flow. Many companies have GitHub Copilot, which does 90% of the work for you. It's little about technical skills at this point and what you're actually giving in the longer picture. The technical skills will get you through the interview and get your foot in through the door. They are equally as important and getting you through your job. But the soft skills are what make you someone that will keep moving forward in your career, because everyone can code, and at some point a mid-level engineer and a senior are working at the same level. The difference is the soft skills and the value they're providing emotionally and to the business through their vibes. Almost anyone, anywhere can learn to code. There's a million YouTube tutorials on it. That's how I learned to code. So anyone can learn to code, but communication, empathy, and kindness are things that can rarely be taught through a YouTube video. And so I'd say start practicing and start getting out there with people. And those are the things which will future-proof you and make you someone who people want to be with. It gives you a career instead of just a job, because a job you can be fired from at any point. A career will follow you throughout your life. So I'll do a quick recap here. The 5 reasons why I think soft skills matter more than technical skills as a junior engineer. It is to communicate clearly, build emotional intelligence within your teams, collaborate across teams and within your team, to embrace feedback and to lead without a title, and to future-proof your career. Which of these soft skills do you think make the biggest difference? And what I'd like to end on is, if you want to stand out as a developer, try being a developer that people love to work with. And so if you have any tips down below on how to become a better developer through soft skills rather than technical skills, drop them down below. I also have a newsletter talking to engineers about what they can do to secure themselves and be better as a junior. there. So you can sign up for it down below along with all other resources that could be potentially useful to you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.